How you doing, everybody? I'm Ben Rosario, the co-owner of Big River Running Company. I'm here with Greg Brighton.
How are you?
Greg is going to be doing some clinics for us at the store starting in November. It's going to be offered at each store, South City, West County, and O'Fallon. And what we're going to do today is give you a little sample of what class is going to be like. I am not very good at this stuff, so I probably need to take this class myself. So I'm going to be the guinea pig here, and Greg is going to teach me what he's going to be teaching you when you sign up for class.
Here we go. We're going to start out with the plank hold. And most of us have seen the plank hold demonstrated in a magazine or some type of exercise ad or some type of booklet, or throughout just being in the gym with a personal trainer. So what we're going to start out with is a plank hold. Going to lay down, prone on your belly. And now, one tip that I'm going to mention before we even start, Ben, is with the hand positioning. A lot of times you'll see people who have their hands way too far out in front of them or way too far underneath them. So a simple guide that I like to follow is fold your hands together, and now you want to look directly down at your thumbs, and your thumbs in relation to your eyes should be directly above where your thumbs are. And Ben's got it right. Now what you want to do is bring your feet together, and just for starts, we're going to show it the easy way, and then we're going to show it in the more advanced positioning. So what I'm going to have Ben do is he's going to lift his legs and bend his knees, and this is for own personal preference. I like to cross my feet just so it's a little more stabilized. So now what Ben's going to do is he's going to bridge up. He's going to draw on his belly button to create that nice tight core structure, and he's going to squeeze his glute muscles together. How's that feel?
It's all right.
All right, now we're going to have him go down, so relax. And now we're going to show you the more progression phase, which is more advanced. So now Ben's toes are on the ground, and we're going to have him fully bridge up. We're going to have him draw his belly button in again, and now he's going to activate his glute muscles. And as you can see, it's not that easy when it's done correctly.
I'm shaking.
How we doing, buddy?
I'm holding up.
All right.
Am I in the right position?
Yep, you're good. Just keep digging. We're going to go a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1, relax. Now the importance of that exercise for a triathlete, marathoner, swimmer, it's all about the core structure. And I'm going to revert back to the triathlete just because that is my sport, that is what I love to do, is a guy on this bike in the aero bars. He's down in the position. You're holding this anywhere between 3 to 6 hours if you're doing the half Ironman distance or the Ironman distance. So you're strengthening the upper shoulder girdle, and you're teaching the whole kinetic chain to talk to one another. And from a runner's standpoint, we spend so much of our time in the frontal plane that after a while, you start to slouch. After mile after mile after mile, we're all guilty of it. We slouch over after we're fatigued. So what that does is it just helps that trunk stay nice and tight, keep our shoulders up. Next exercise we're going to do is something as simple as balancing on one foot. So what we're going to do, we can do this one together, Ben, is we're just going to start with the left leg, and what we're going to do is a single leg balance. Your foot, your right leg that you're going to lift up can either be out in front of you, out to the side, or behind you, but I don't want this leg up to touch the other leg. And you're simply going to look up, and we're going to hold it. Ideally, I'd like to see you hold it from 3 to 5 minutes.
This is so much harder than you would think.
But
I can feel it working my lower leg muscles, like right down by my ankle. Is that right?
yeah. So what we're working here is foot stabilization. As you know, running is a one-foot contact sport. Both feet will never be in contact with the ground when you're running. If they are...
At the same time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they are, we're in trouble. So what we're working here is the lateral stabilizers in the foot, your peroneus longus, peroneus brevis, all the small intrinsic muscles in the feet, and if you're up close you can actually see Ben's foot. It's really, really working to try and stay stabilized. Some people might even feel it in the glute medius, the upper glute muscle, and even in the IT band. Where do you feel it, buddy?
It's all down low for me. I
Okay.
feel it right around the foot and kind of up into the shin muscles a little bit.
Okay. And now we're going to relax.
Okay.
Exercise number 3. We're going to start out with Ben prone on his belly again. And this is an exercise that I didn't make up, but I kind of did make up the what it's called. I call it the ITYW shoulder pulse. So Ben is going to lay prone on his belly, arms out front, toes, kick out your toes if you feel comfortable, and put your feet together, please. Alright, now Ben is going to lift up. Everything from the waist up is going to come up off the ground. Don't go yet.
Okay.
Everything from the waist down is going to stay relaxed. So when Ben comes up into he's going to lift everything up off the ground. And like I said, I-T-Y-W. So he's going to take his hands and form an I. And he's going to do pulses. So his arms are going to come up and do pulses. Do 5 of them. And that's 5. Now that's the I portion of the exercise. Now I'm going to step over him. We're going to go into the T portion. And the same thing. You're going to do 5 pulses in the T form. And what we're working on is the upper shoulder girdle. The rhomboids, rear delts, multifidus, the erector spinae. Now we're going to go in the Y. 5 more pulses. And I'm sure you can feel it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now we're going to go in the W form. Bend your elbow, create like a W, and repeat 5 pulses. Again, same thing like the plank hold. We spend so much time running in the forward plane that we hardly ever spend time working on the posterior chain. This exercise is simple, and it just focuses on that posterior chain. The last exercise we're going to demonstrate for you today is a glute bridge. And some of you have probably seen this. It's pretty simple, but I'm going to add a little twist to it. So Ben will get in the sit-up position, and he'll lay on his back, head down. For those who have less balance than others, we're going to lay your arms out like a T, palms flat on the floor. We're just going to get a little bit better form, a good separation of the feet. Now what Ben's going to do is he's going to perform a glute bridge. He's going to draw on his core, squeeze his glutes together, and bridge up. Pretty simple. Now if we want to make it harder, I can have him lift up his toes. So see, now he's got a little less supportive base, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to add the twist. Ben is actually going to march nice and slow up till about 90 degrees with the floor. A little bit slower, bud. It's not always about speed. I know running in Ironmans is all about speed and beating the clock, but these exercises should be done with perfect form. You'll get more out of it.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
That's great.
He's already out of breath and it hasn't even been 2 or 3 minutes. But that's just an example, something simple, something that we can get all of our Big River family.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope I'm better now than I was 5 minutes ago.
Hopefully you can catch up to me one day.
All right, we'll see you in class, guys.
Take care.